Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. This is Chris Loves Lux, and today we're here to talk about the Sephora Fall Savings event. Now, those of you that have been following me for a long time know that I spend a lot of time in Sephora, right? And the last 3 years, I have built up a lot of recommendation videos. So in lieu of repeating a lot of things, right? Some things deserve repeating and I might repeat a few, but for the most part, a lot of the things that have been in my previous recommendations, I still use. So what I'm going to do is down in the description box, in addition to links to the things I'm going to talk about in this video, there will be a playlist of my previous recommendation videos. And then there was already a shopping haul video that will include not all my hauls, right? But that will be linked below as well, okay? Now, having said that, if you're new here, even if you're not, I'm so glad you clicked on the video and hope you like what you see and decide to go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Don't forget to share. I really try to minimize how much stuff I put out here, okay? So the one thing I'm going to forewarn you, there are no eyeshadows on this list. And the reason why is, one, I've either mentioned in previous hauls ones that I use, or the ones that I love are no longer sold, or, and the most interesting one is you can get them cheaper from the brand itself. So I'm not here to talk about that. I'm only going to give you the things that I really think, go ahead and get it now, because you're not going to be able to get it either from the brand for more off, or it may not be in stock from the brand. So let's get into it. Let's start with face care or skincare, and let's start with La Mer. So I use this. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel before. I think I've hauled it, but probably didn't mention how much I use it. This is the treatment lotion by La Mer, right? This is the 5 full ounce bottle, right? It now retails for $185. When I purchased it, it was $180. And I have the 3.4 ounce because I can't travel with this one. If I travel with this one, I have to pack it and check the bag. I don't like always checking bags. And even if I do check bags, I don't check my skincare because it costs too much for it to go missing or anything like that. So I carry it on the plane with me. So I have, this one is now $130. When I purchased it, it was $125. Now, you would ask, really, you couldn't put some of this in a little, like plastic? No, I couldn't have. No. First of all, I love the bottle. I love the elegance of it. And I'm glad I bought them before their price increase, right? Because now this is $185. Now, if you are Rouge, right, which I am, you will save 20% off beginning October 27th, right? So we normally get like a 4-day window before the VIBs begin to shop and get 15%, and then the beauty insiders will get 10%. I will put all the dates down in the description as well. But these right here, y'all don't understand. Okay, first of all, this is glass, okay? This is how it comes out. And you do not need a lot. And y'all, I do not want to waste my product. See, that's one. Oh, that was too much. You see how little that is? You can take it, put it on your fingertips, and rub it in. But y'all see, it's got like a nice serum feel to it, like a lotioning serum feel, which I'm going to put all over my hands right now because I'm not wasting it, right? That is what it is. So you don't need a lot. This, I've had this at least 6 months, maybe more. Yeah, I think 6 months. I've had this, and I purchased this like a month later because I was starting to take my vacations and I didn't want to take the big one. So I went ahead and got this, right? Highly recommend that you try this. It's in some of the smaller La Mer gift sets. You might see it in one of those, and if you want to try it along with other La Mer products, that's fine. But for me, I wanted this, right? And it has like 5 out of 5 star reviews, right? Like everyone that tries it loves it. Even with my leaning oily skin, you know, I don't know if you guys remember in the earlier part of the year, I was like, something's going on with my skin. I was getting dry patches, etc. I didn't know if it was my water intake, if it was hormones or what it was. I started using this and it's not a problem for me anymore, right? It just cleared it right up, right? It's hydrating. I love it. It dries, look, completely into the skin. No issue at all. So highly recommend La Mer the treatment lotion. Next is my facial essence. I don't talk a lot about this one. I have a lot of facial essences, but this one is the one I'm currently using. This is the SK2 one. This is $99 and it's the small one. It's the 2.5 fluid ounce one. This is the one I travel with. I do not need a lot of essence. You should not be using a lot of essence. And the one thing that I'll tell you is what saves a lot of product is not always putting your product on your cotton swabs, right? Or I use the Shiseido cotton squares, right? I don't put these products on here. I put these products on my actual hand. I reserve my cotton pads for like my toner, right? Where I need to really clear it, right? Or if I have a exfoliant, right? I have my Chantecaille exfoliant. I need to put that on a cotton swab, right? But for my essence, it goes right into my hands and I press it right into my skin. Again, this is $99. I do think it's worth it. If you're into your skincare like I am, highly recommend this one. Next is my moisturizer. So for my moisturizer at night, I use the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. So that y'all know I am in fact using it. You do not need a lot of this at all. I think probably if you're using it right and you're only using it at night, you could probably get at least a good 7 months out of it, maybe, because I use a pea size. Like, it's very heavy. If I put a lot of other things on my face, let me put that on there too. So if this is all you're using, you may get 5 months out of it, right? If you lumping it on and I use the little spatula thing. This is something different, but I use one of these. I get it out, boom, there you go. Or sometimes I do use my finger. I'd be lying if I tell you I didn't, right? This one right here went from $88 when it first came out last year. Is now $92. So I would say, yes, be sparing with it. It is worth it, but the price increase is just going to keep going up with inflation. So I would definitely recommend you get it and then you take care of it. Because it is 1.7 fluid ounces, technically you can travel with it, but it is kind of weighty. So I don't necessarily travel with this as my night serum, as my night cream. Now, what I also use, and you've seen me go through a lot of these, and I've mentioned this on several other videos, is I have the Dewy Skin cream. I also have a water cream that's really for those sweaty days. I use that more in the summertime. But this right here also went up in price. It is now $72. It used to be $68. So $4 seems to be that sweet spot for Tatcha. So getting 20% off of this really, really helps. So generally during the Sephora sales, I buy 2 at a time, and it kind of holds me to the next sale. This time, because of the price increase, I might buy 3 in case it did decide to increase again, but I'm not sure yet. But definitely the Dewy Skin Cream is highly recommended. This one is for oily skin. They have the water cream, which is for, this one is almost empty. They have the water cream, which is for oily skin. This one is for dry. Then they have the white one, I think it's white. That is for normal or a combination. I'll show you. It's in my empties bag because I just filmed the empties video. The water cream, this is same price. It's empty, as you could tell, for the days that I don't want anything heavy. All right. So last thing that I'm going to show you are eye patches. However, These patches, if you buy them, this is the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold ones. I love these. But they don't come individual like this at Sephora. However, they come in a box of 3 that have this one, as well as, let me look it up because it's a great savings. They have a face eye patches, and then they have the hyaluronic hydrogel eye patches. So 3 sets of eye patches, right? The regular value was $195 for all 3 because these are mad expensive, okay? These right here are $75, right? And then the other ones take up the rest. This is the most expensive eye patches in the box, and it's $85 at Sephora. And then if you get your 20% off, I mean, it's like getting less for this and getting the other 2 things for free. It is an awesome, okay, if you don't get anything else from this, that is a hell of a savings, okay? And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but here it is, right? This right here is $85. Y'all need to, the day that you're able to shop, you need, even if you only get 15%, or hell, even if you only get 10, the fact that this is a $195 value and you're only paying $85 minus whatever percentage you get off is you're already winning. So for me, I am getting this. I am getting 2 of them, okay? And I'm just going to have them off to the side because it's $85 last year. I want to say it was $80 or something like that. So everything is going up every year, right? So this is definitely one that I would recommend. And I will tell you that, because I want to look at the size. It's 60 patches, which is the same as this one. So it's a full size. Each one is full size. So 30 pairs, right? So I don't use them every day because they pricey, okay? So I mix them up and use this versus the ones I get from TJ Maxx, okay? But this right here, this is a good eye patch. Definitely worth the money. Okay, let's keep going to body care. So you notice there's no eye cream. And the reason there's no eye cream because the eye cream that I'm currently using is not sold at Sephora. So that's why we're not talking eye cream or anything really else, because a lot of other things you can just get from other places for cheaper. Let's go into body creams, body care. This is my favorite body cream from Sol de Janeiro, okay? As you can tell, all right? I have 2 backups and I'm still buying some more, and the body spray and the shower gel. They have a whole packet, but this one is the Beija Flora Elastic Cream. It does give you remnants of Baccarat 540. I do layer this with Baccarat. I layer it with Idol and Delina, all the things. So I love this cream. Highly recommend it. And the texture is great for your skin. Now, it's becoming winter. I only needed to wear this in the summer because it was hot. But as the winter comes and your skin gets drier, I have to use a regular lotion first and then put this over it. But nonetheless, I do love this. Okay? Highly, 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 highly recommend that you get this. Okay? The next one is Josie Maran. This I have in all kinds of scents. This one is Vanilla Bean. It is my favorite. I have 2. I have 1 open and then a backup. This is in empties. I run through this quite often as whenever I'm wearing a vanilla fragrance, which is quite often, I'll put this on. This is very thick and hydrating. Love it. Josie Maran has like a sale once a year. And if you catch it, then you're good, right? But if you are not good at trying to stalk the website, this is why it's on this list for Sephora. Get it if you can get the 20% off, or your 15 or your 10. Just get it. It is worth it. It is, some might claim for it to be somewhat pricey, but a little goes a long way, even though I still be slapping it on, right? It's $38. I like it a lot. I love it, actually. So I highly recommend it, which is why you could tell, because there's none more left. And there's 2 of these in my empties thing. So y'all, definitely get that. The next one that I'm going to mention is by Necessaire. This is empty too. Like completely empty. Ain't nothing but air, right? This is another body lotion that I love, right? By Necessaire. It is 6.8 fluid ounces. I want to say it's $28. You might say $28 for body care. Yeah. And I got a lot of body to be covering, but I still enjoy this. I do not have, this was my backup, so now I need at least 2 more. I might get 3 because why not? But this right here, that's what I'll be spending a lot of my money on is things like the body care, the skin care, stuff like that. This I loved. This one is not empty, but I love this. I have 2 backups already, so I won't need any of these this go around, but this is by K-Skin. This is another body care product, body lotion. I love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend that you get this. I don't have the other K-Skin products. This is all I really gravitate to. I do recommend this. Highly recommend this. All right, now we can get into the makeup, okay? And then we'll get into some makeup tools, all right? Let's start off with, let's go in the order of, let's do Complexion first. So I use this in a recent Get Ready With Me. This is the YSL New Skin Tint Foundation, Skin Tint, whatever you want to call it. I have the shade 17. I really enjoy this. I really like the finish of it. I like the way it wore. I was very happy with it. Mad that it took me so long to get it, right? Now, some would say, well, Chris, YSL runs 20, 25, even sometimes 30% off in their beauty. They do. However, you may not necessarily get your shade. So you can skip the Sephora sale and take your chances, or if you want to try it, go ahead and get it while you can get the 20% off or the 15 off, right? Because you don't want to make a mistake like I didn't. So I got it when Sephora was having a 20% off foundation only sale, and it was only certain foundations. This was one of them, so I grabbed it. So happy I did. This is a great skin tint. And even though it's a skin tint, a lot of people like to hold skin tints for the warmer weather. I like skin tints for days that I don't want a lot of makeup on, right? So I can definitely see myself wearing this all year round. I highly recommend this one. The next one is by Hourglass. I know this shade look off, but I have 2 shades I have to mix together because sometimes my skin look one way, you know, because I travel, then I'll be darker, and then I'll get lighter, and then darker, etc. But anyway, this is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation by Hourglass. Y'all, I have 2 of them. Like I said, I have 2 different shades. I can mix these shades together. This is 15. This is 13.5. Even my daughter has this. We love it. It's so skin-like. The finish is absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend it. And Hourglass will never give you more than 20% off. So you'll be hard-pressed to see them even get 15, right? So that's one of the reasons why I have it on the list. Get it from Sephora while you can, especially if you can get the 20 or the 15 off. Next. This one is one I recently hauled and tried and it Get Ready With Me. And this is Haus Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have the shade 425 Medium Deep Neutral. I really like this foundation as well. This is going to be a staple for me. I highly recommend you get it. You can't get it anywhere else but either Haus Labs or Sephora, I believe. I mean, does Haus Lab have their own? I guess they do their own website, but I don't know. I didn't look. I got it from Sephora. I would highly recommend you go get shade matched because shade matching is a little tricky. So I would definitely go get shade matched, and I would definitely invest in this particular foundation. The finish is absolutely beautiful, and I think whether you have oily, combination, dry skin, it is luminous. I do powder, I would be lying if I told you that you wouldn't have to. This is not self-setting. It is glowy. It is luminous. It's all of the things. You will need powder. You will. And as I'm going to wear this all throughout the winter, I think the colder that it gets, the more it will set better without so much powder. But for right now, your girl be powdering. Definitely worth the money. Next, I mentioned her. This is Bay. This is my #1 favorite foundation in the whole wide world. And she will always be mentioned in every Sephora video, no matter how often. Excuse me. And that's the Lumiere Soft Fluid Foundation. I'm in the shade 450 Sepia. This foundation is hella expensive. It is now $145 whole dollars. And you will not always get it. Lumiere will never have a sale on their own website, but you might be able to get it from like Saks or something if you have a 20% off coupon, but why wait? You can get it from Sephora, save your 20% off. This is my second bottle of this foundation. I do love it. And that's all I really have to say. Y'all already know she bae. She's bae. She will always be my #1 on my foundation list. She will. The smell, you have to get past it because it does have a distinct Lumiere type smell to it. But it's hands down the most beautiful finish. When I'm like going to a gala, or not that I be at a lot of galas, understand that, but like when I'm doing certain things, this is what I'm pulling for. It makes me feel red carpet ready. I'm just here to tell you that. Okay. The next one is actually a Sephora foundation, and you'll get 30% off. Everybody will, for the length of the entire sale. And this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I'm the shade 50N, and I do love this freaking shade. I mean this foundation. It's got a pump. It's great. It's small. It's compact. Great for travel. Highly recommend you get shade matched, and they have like a ton of shades. Get shade matched. 30% off of what, $20 I want to say it is, or 22, one of the two. I think it's $20. You can't beat that. You cannot. So I highly recommend that you get this. Next, let's talk concealer. Since we talking Sephora, let's talk the Sephora concealer. I got the shade 35N. This is a great concealer. I'm not going to say that it doesn't sink in fine lines, because I have fine lines. Everything sinks in, okay? Even right now, it's in my hourglass I have one is going to sink in. It's just the way it is when you have aging eyes, right? But the coverage is wonderful. It doesn't sink in automatically. As you wear it, it's going to sink in. If you have eyes like mine that have that crease right there, it's going to fall into the crease. That's just the way it happens, right? It's the way. But it still smooths out good here. It has great coverage, better coverage than my hourglass does, because my dark circles are peeking out and it's only been on for like 2 hours, right? This, you don't get that. Highly recommend that you get your hands on it. Again, 30% off. You can't beat it. Next are the next 3 foundations are new foundations. I have other ride or die foundations. They're in my other videos that I'll link below. But let's talk here. I know I went back and forth about this because I know this is the Gucci foundation, just came out. Y'all, it's $47, right? So I struggle because it's $47, even 20% off. It's still going to be in the 30s, right? And it's concealer. It's not even foundation, but I really like it, to the point where I'm getting an actual light brightening shade, because this is my actual shade as opposed to a brightening shade. I do like it. I think if you want to splurge, this is definitely worth the splurge. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, and my shade is 40. This is 46N. But I'm getting 44N again so that I have a brightening shade. The next one is my House Labs. This is 41 medium deep neutral. This worked well what I realized is I wasn't waiting long enough for it to dry down. In my get ready with me, I was kind of like, oh, I like it, but I think I like the Gucci one better. I didn't let this dry down. It's a lot more dewy than the Gucci one, so I had to let it dry down. I do need a lighter shade though, so this is another one I'll be getting a lighter shade so that I'm able to brighten under the eye as well. But nonetheless, it is very much worth the investment. It's not as much of an investment like that damn Gucci one is. The House Labs, I'm gonna look right now and tell you, because the Gucci one just sits out in my head, $47. You don't forget that. This is $32, right? So it's a $15 difference. I do like this one. Like I said, I had to let it dry down and then work it, and then I got the coverage was better. I didn't need as much, etc. So, and it held up very well, especially pairing it with the House Lab foundation. Oh, I got my whole life. I got my whole life in that look. So definitely recommend it. The next one was a surprise to me, and everybody said I was gonna like it, but it took me forever to try it. Is the Natasha Denona High Glam Brightening Hydrating Medium to Full Coverage Concealer. All of the words. This was a very good concealer. I have the shade NY12. This is a brightening shade. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And Natasha never has a sale. I mean, Black Friday, she'll do bundles and stuff like that. Just go ahead and get it. If you can get the 20, the 15, or even the 10 off, go ahead and get it, because I really enjoyed this. I really, really enjoyed this concealer. And it wore well. It had great coverage. Highly recommend this concealer. Again, I have the shade NY12. If you're a shade match with me and you want a brightening shade, this really worked. I used this on one of my get ready with me's as well. Love it. All right, y'all, those are all the actual complexion products. Now let's get into the face products, the face powder products. Y'all know I don't do a lot of cream products, right? So if that's what you're looking for, y'all really not going to get that here, because I don't do a lot of that. I do have some, but none that really float my boat like that, y'all. So sorry. I was going to have one recommendation but it's not in stock, y'all. And I don't know if it's not in stock, but in the store, because right now it's showing in my store, but not on stock online. So I'm going to show it to y'all. Y'all look on your own to see if it's there. And that is this right here. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Captivate, right? Which is this shades right here. This is my favorite face palette. Okay, the bronzer works for me. I love the blushes and the highlighter. I use this all the time, right? As you could probably tell from how dirty this top part is. I love it. It is currently on sale for $10. If you can get it in stock, right? So see, like right now, the mall closest to me is Menlo Park, and it's showing it's not available online, but it is available. Can y'all see that? It is available and in stock in Menlo Park. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really nervous that this is not gonna be available anymore. I might not even wait to the sale just to get the extra 30 off, because I have a feeling it's gonna run out. I might just go ahead and pay the $10, because it used to be 20, right? Just pay the $10. But I highly recommend it, to the point where, I mean, it's a powder product, y'all. It's not like I'm gonna run out of it or hit pan, right? But y'all, I love it that much that I'm about to go to Menlo, buy it online, and pick it up in a store. I'm just here to tell you that. Let's see. This next one here, I got from the Hourglass. I still have my thing on it, y'all. I don't want to take it off. I got it from Hourglass. So mine is custom, but it's the inside for me. So this is the Ambient Unlocked Light and Edit palette. I want to say this is the, hold on, y'all. Make sure I get the right one. This is the snake one. If I'm not mistaken, yes. This is the snake one. So on Hourglass, I got my top changed, right? But in Sephora, it'll be the snake one. So the outside will be the blue with the red snake on it. But this inside, I love this palette. I know people like, oh, it doesn't work. And it may not work for every skin tone, but I do like the contents. I like the way it wears. I like all the things about it. So your front would look like that. And it's $90. So if you get 20% off, you're getting 20% more than what my ass got off when I bought it from Hourglass. Okay. It's got 5 new shades in it out of the 6. I highly recommend it. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Next, blush by Valentino. Oh, I always do that. By Valentino. These blushes, I love them. The eye to cheek blush, you can use them on your eyes or your cheeks. I use them on the cheeks. This one happens to be shade 10. I have two other shades. I want to get 2 more. Even though I just had a blush the color and don't need any more, I'm getting them anyway. I love how these perform. They stay on your skin. You don't have to worry about them rubbing off or any of the things. Love it, love it, love it. Next, Haus Labs is winning this year. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Even though this packaging is all dirty, okay? This one is ICI Sky. You saw me probably use this on a recent Get Ready With Me. I have 3 other shades. I'm getting 1 other shade. I think it's called Lavender something that it came out. And I was just like, nope, I'm going to hold on and just wait for the sale. I am getting this. I highly recommend it. It's a load of product though, yo. This is a lot of product, you know, but I don't care. I don't care. This is like, how many grams? 11 grams of product just for a blush, right? But I highly recommend it. Despite the fact that it gets really dirty, I can get over it. You just gotta wipe it off and keep it moving. It's only gonna be you using it, so what difference does it make? But yeah, highly recommend you get that Haus Labs blush. I love them all. Love them all. And y'all think I'm playing. So let me just show you. We got time. So this is the other shade I have. This is shade 5. In the Valentino. This is shade 4. I did it again, y'all. This shade 4. This is really just, this doesn't really add a lot of color here, but I don't care. I blend them together because sometimes something is a little too stark and I can just put it over it and it gives it a nice pigment. Then for Haus Labs, this one here is Palomo Peach. This one is Hibiscus Haze. And this last one here is Watermelon Bliss. This is bright, y'all. Come for it. Come for it. Love them. I highly recommend the Valentino and the Haus Labs. The Sephora one, again, you might have to go in store for it. And then the Hourglass. Y'all know I'm a blush person. I love me a good blush. I've talked about blushes on my channel several times. You see I wear them a lot. But these right here, I'm getting more of. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So I've talked about this setting spray over and over again. Y'all see me use it all the time. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I have, I don't even know, 2 backups. No, yeah, two backups of these already, right? But I use a lot of it, y'all. So don't think that just because I have 2 backups, I don't need one, because I'm probably going to buy 2 more. But they have a set. Hold on for a second. And if you buy the set for the travel one, because this is what I take with me when I travel, it's 2 for, I think, 32 now. It used to be 2 for 28. But if you buy this, then you don't have to worry about taking something this big with you, because this is too big for you to take on the plane. So I keep these. So I'll be buying more because this is what I travel with. Okay, so definitely recommend you get the travel sizes and then get one large one for home. Okay, I'm going to say this even though y'all already know. Primer, Milk Hydra Grip. It makes your makeup stay in place. I have tried so many other ones. Even the Milk Makeup Poreless, was it Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer? I like this one too, but this one is better to me, right? So this one, I'll just be buying another backup because I do run through that, okay? Powders. This is the last part. The One Size powders are hands down one of the best setting powders I have ever had. And I am a powder queen. Okay, this is reasonably priced and it's so much product, y'all. It is, how big is this? I thought it would say it on here. It's probably right in my face and I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, here we go. It is 34.5 grams of product. So I have the dark deep, and then I have the translucent. I use this under my eyes. I use this all over. I love it. Hands down. I even have the little small ones that I take with me when I go away. Then, y'all know, I will never not mention these. I don't need any more because I have backups. But this is the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. Now, even though this is a finishing powder, I set my under eyes with it, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even though finishing powder is supposed to be for after your makeup and you finish your face, this is great for under the eye too. So I use them interchangeably. I use this shade for all over my face. So this is shade dark. I have backups. I have 2 of the lighter one and then 1 of the darker one. I don't really need any more. Charlotte Tilbury never really has any sale of 20% off. So this is the time when anything Charlotte Tilbury you may want is what you get, because you will not get it cheaper at Charlotte Tilbury. The brand just doesn't do that. At least not now, unless she decides to change her mind. She doesn't. The one last powder I do want to mention is the Rare Beauty powder. Now this one I also use all over my face, right? This is shade medium. This is a setting powder. I use this to set my foundation, especially when I'm using one that's more dewy. It's a good shade for me as far as it doesn't darken my foundation too much, right? But it's almost a perfect blurring effect. I mean, one size does too, but one size can be a tad bit heavy, right? So depending on the type of foundation I have on, I might not want something so heavy over it, in which case I pull out the Rare Beauty. But anyway, y'all, that's all of the makeup. Let's just talk really quick about some of the Sephora tools that I use on a regular basis that I do recommend. It's not that many. Let's start with the Sephora number 98 brush. This is the highlight brush. It's dirty because I used it today. Highly recommended. And all the brushes are going to be 30% off. Most of the brushes 30% off. I recommend this one. This one, you'll see me in my Get Ready With Me's. I use underneath my eyes when I don't want to use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer. This is the Sephora 57. This is old, okay? So the packaging now is all black like this, but nonetheless, this is a good brush. You have the Sephora Pro Foundation brush number 70. This is good for stippling, right? This is a very stiff brush, right? So depending on the kind of foundation you're using will determine whether or not you use this brush. And it's easy to clean. This brush always comes out all the way clean. Some brushes, they leave stains. Like this one is a Sigma brush. I don't know if you can see it, but they leave stains. Like there's stains on here, right? You can see the little foundation stains. This one does, I'm able to clean it, get the stains out. I really, really enjoy using this. I've talked about this foundation brush ad nauseum. This is the Sephora Just Foundation brush. It used to be set $16. I don't know. I'm sure they have a price increase for this one. I have like 5 of these. It's softer, easier for me to blend out foundation with. So depending on which foundation it is, I do use this. Then we have my good old Sephora 50. Now, this is an older one. That's why it has the metal handle here. But, I mean, if I were to show you, oh, I can't even reach it. But there's other ones. I have a travel size of this brush that I take with me. I mean, literally, I used it today to powder my face in between my videos. I love this brush. Look at the handle on it. It's like this and this, so I can really, really just powder. If you wanted to use it as a bronzer, you could, but I think it's a little too fluffy for that. But this is a great powder brush. But these brushes, 30% off Sephora products. You can't beat it, so I would highly recommend. Most of the Sephora brushes are very good. I don't use the eye brushes because I have Sonia G and Rapha and my other natural hair brushes I use for my eye products. But for face, I definitely roll with Sephora as well as my other natural hair brushes. But anyway, let me know down in the comments, is there a question you have about any specific products? Let me know what you're getting at the sale. I'm very interested in knowing if there's something that I need to get that I might not have my eye on. I might do a live the night of the 27th. Well, no, I'm coming back from vacation. I'm not vacation, from a work trip. Maybe that Saturday I might do a live, you know, shop with me. I'm not sure because I might not have the patience. I might, you know, want to buy everything right on the 27th at midnight. So anywho, we'll see. But oh, one other thing, y'all. I know this is the little one, but this is the Benefit Fan Fest mascara that I've been using that I love. I highly recommend this one, as well as, you know, ones I normally do, the ABH one, the Lash Brag. I love that one too, but this one, really, I'm enjoying it a lot. So I do recommend that one. Okay, now I'm done. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see and you want to hang out and see more. And don't forget to share with your friends. The Sephora sale is coming up and they may not know what to get either. And if you find this helpful, go ahead and share it. And with all that being said, I want everyone that's watching, lean in. Stay safe. Stay healthy and stay tuned. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.